Ford v Ferrari. Ford v Ferrari is a new sports drama directed by James Mangold, starring Christian Bale and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon!
Set in the 1960s, where the Ford Motor Company is at heavy competition with Ferrari, they decide to build a revolutionary race car with the help of a car designer named Carroll Shelby, played by Matt Damon, and a race car driver, Ken Miles, played by Christian Bale, to hopefully beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans at France in 1966. Now, I was very excited for Ford v Ferrari because of James Mangold. I think he's a great director. I think he's made many great movies like Walk the Line, 3:10 to Yuma, The Wolverine, which I think is underrated, and Logan, my second favorite film of 2017, is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. And after Logan, I was excited to see what his follow-up film would be. Along with the duo of Matt Damon and Christian Bale in a movie together, that got me excited since those two are some of my favorite actors working today. I thought the trailers were great. I was hearing many positive reviews before seeing this movie, and it's been one of my most anticipated movies for the rest of 2019. And I'm happy to say that this movie did not disappoint. This was a great movie, one of my favorite movies of the year so far. First, James Mangold did an excellent job directing this movie. I really like the production design of this movie, making this movie feel like the 1960s, and also the designs of the racetracks, just recreating them so well. But what I particularly loved in his direction in the race sequences, there was no shaky cam at all, which was great. And he really knows how to immerse you in those racing sequences, making them feel intense and absolutely riveting. And I also liked in the race sequences, he got some great wide shots and also some great POV shots in the race car, which worked very well. I will be happy if he gets an Oscar nomination for Best Director. Unfortunately, I don't think it will happen because for Best Director competition at the Oscars is very competitive, so I don't think he'll make it, but I will be very happy if he gets nominated because I think he did a fantastic job directing this movie. But what makes this movie truly work is the duo of Matt Damon and Christian Bale. They are fantastic in this movie. They had such great chemistry in this movie. I love whenever they get to share conversations in this movie. I absolutely loved watching those scenes. While Matt Damon is terrific in this movie, Christian Bale truly makes this movie. He is the heart and soul of this movie, and this is one of the best performances I've seen from him. His character may be arrogant and difficult to work with, but he is such a great race car driver, and it shows in this film that he has a heart of gold, and Christian Bale did an excellent job in this movie. I will be happy if he gets an Oscar nomination for this role. Now, about those racing sequences, they are absolutely exhilarating in this movie. They were absolutely riveting. I was on the edge of my seat whenever those scenes came up. But what makes those scenes truly work, the sound and editing, is amazing. Particularly the sound design, which is absolutely phenomenal. Some of the best sound design I've heard all year, and just absolutely Oscar worthy. And I will not be surprised if this movie gets some Oscar nominations for sound or editing. The sounds of the engines roaring, the cars going vroom, the crashes. It was all amazing. Just absolutely incredible sound design in this movie. And about the editing, I like that the editing wasn't too quick. It was easy enough to follow. It wasn't distracting. The editing was really good in this movie. And what I also liked in this movie is this movie wasn't just a racing movie. This movie did a great job taking its time with the characters, making you care about them, adding emotion to the racing scenes in this movie so they don't become emotionally hollow. This movie spends a lot of time with Ken Miles' character and his family, his wife and his son. And I also really liked the story with Ken Miles and his son. I thought it was very heartfelt, worked very well into the story, and not once did it ever feel cheesy. As for issues or nitpicks, my only problem with Ford v Ferrari is at the beginning, it does take a while to get going. But when they decide to compete with Ferrari at Le Mans and get started working on the race car, I feel like that's where the movie's pacing just picks up. But overall, Ford v Ferrari was great, and one of my favorite movies I have seen so far this year. Well acted by both Matt Damon and Christian Bale. James Mangold did an excellent job directing this movie. The racing sequences are absolutely riveting. It's got a good heart as well, and it's one of the better sports movies I've seen in years. And overall, I am going to give Ford v Ferrari 4.5 stars out of 5. An absolutely great movie. I highly recommend this movie. Definitely see this movie on either the biggest screen possible or with the best sound system possible. Definitely check out Ford v Ferrari. It's a must-see. So what do you guys think of Ford v Ferrari? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.